Well, we find Rogers here in unusually studious mode, and this will answer a question that almost one of you, I gather, has been fascinated by just what Rogers was doing in his off-season slumber. And the answer is within the computing that we see here, with Rogers tapping away to produce the Rogers ratings, a computer model essentially based on some publicly available data as to how League Two might unfold this season. So Rogers has been busy, when he can in fact see his screen carefully, putting in League Two performances from last season and also from this season. And now we have half a dozen league matches to play with. Rogers is ready to give you some tentative hot takes on how things are looking at this very early stage. An important disclaimer: if you think in any way the Rogers ratings are going to somehow be a source of lucrative bookmaking success, let us make it very clear that that is absolutely not the case. Rogers is not liable to engage in a cheeky acca, and he does warn you that should you consider things of such mind, you're almost certain to be joining him in his periodic foraging round the back of the county ground bins, where all sorts of tasty treats can occasionally be located. So with that in mind, our model here, what it looks at are past performances in terms of expected goals, shots on and off target, touches in the box, and that sort of thing, to try and come up with a rough approximation of how good or bad teams are. Things it doesn't know are kind of suspensions and injuries. It can't really account for that too much, unfortunately, due to the limits of the data that is available, and the skill of the programmer, far more significantly. Anyway, what you are waiting for, no doubt, is to see the probabilities that the Rogers ratings have for Barrow versus Swindon. And if Rogers completes his typing there, behold, we see this game is, in his view, extremely close indeed, with Barrow having the most marginal of favouritisms given their home advantage. But for League Two, for sides to be pretty much kind of toss a coin away from home is not a bad sign from Swindon's perspective. The actual bookmakers' odds, having referred to them in a dangerous way, have Swindon as very marginal favourites. So there's not a million miles between the early Rogers ratings here and my learned friends from the gambling industry. So there we go. There's just a little taste here, a little sort of check of perspective. The other thing we can do are the Rogers rankings, as it were, for who are the top sides early on in League Two. And Grimsby come out as our early most impressive side. I should point out the model is not drunk on the delirium of their penalty shootout victory over Manchester United. Swindon sitting in the top six there. And I'm sure one or two of you will be already scratching your heads at wondering how Oldham Athletic, no less, are also quite impressive in Rogers' methodology. And the answer is, at the moment, fairly simply, they keep creating a lot of chances, especially at home, and they keep not scoring them. And at some point, Rogers' calculations believes that they will, in fact, start scoring those chances and therefore start moving up the table, and that they are actually a bit better than things for Mickey Mellon's side suggest. So those are some of the quirks. And as the season goes on, we will probably get to know that some teams like Harrogate have a remarkable ability, and I suspect Gillingham may well as well, to do better than the raw numbers that Rogers will be providing for us. One early sign that does give us some hope, though, that the ratings may have a little bit of accuracy, is it thinks Cheltenham are the worst team already. Rogers will see you on the way back from the beautiful Lake District.